Leonanicholeblack, and this is a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is not for a specific time period, okay? It's more focused on your soul growth and spiritual lessons. So, if the concept, themes, and ideas that I share here resonate with you, this message is for you. If not, then I'm sure you'll be able to connect with another reader who has the right message for you at this time. A couple of announcements. I've changed the date for ASTROMIXER. This will be the last ASTROMIXER of the year, okay? It will be on the 1st of November. It's going to be a really special one. It will be the last one to close out the year. ASTROMIXER is my astrology themed games night for adults. You can get tickets for that at nicoleblack.com/shop. There are some actually early bird tickets available at the moment, so go for that if you're watching this and you feel like you want to come. The other announcement is that as I continue to kind of grow and evolve in how I'm using my energy and how I'm doing this work, a slight adjustment is that the first 10 minutes of these readings will be freely available on YouTube and on Instagram, IGTV, and then afterwards the continuation of that message will be available at my extended page, nicoleblack.com/extended, for £5.55 if the message is resonating with you and you want to continue. Of course, it also means investing and supporting me with kind of energetic exchange there. Also on my website, you'll be able to get a message that's specific to your finances and a message that's specific to your love life for free. So if you go to nicoleblack.com/extended, that will be available for you to read. So make sure you go to your special section of my website and make sure you're kind of getting all that's really available to you. All right, Caps, let's get into your message. I woke up this morning and I was like, definitely want to talk to Capricorn today. The basis of your message is the Temperance card here, and we have been talking for months around you striking a balance, a better work-life and personal life balance here. I feel that this is a more developed message on that. So the concept, theme, and idea here is about adding something to the mix. So often or not, we're thinking about how we can take away, how we can remove burdens, we can remove things that are not working, release, old cycles. But this Temperance card here, particularly in reverse, is actually talking about what you need to add to your life in order to bring more harmony, more balance, more productivity, but bring things into fruition. Like I said, this is a card about alchemy, so it's creating something of worth out of two other original things. So the thing that you need to work on in terms of adding is really very much the element that is in here already, which is this water that's being exchanged by this androgynous angelic figure here, and it's clarified or expanded. The message is expanded with this moon card here, also in reverse because it's it's available to you, but it's probably not a resource that you're actively I was going to say exploiting, but actively understanding how to use to your benefit here. The moon, of course, rules Cancer energy. The moon is about what is unseen. It can be the primal space, what we call to ourselves. It can also be the shell, the home, the physical body in which our souls and spirits are encased within. So what is it that you are needing to add to the mix of your life at this time, Capricorn? It feels like the flow of emotions. I feel like you might be struggling to get things to move forward, struggling to see progress in certain areas. And I think the thing that you're missing is the fruitfulness and the health of the emotional life, and expanding the emotional life especially, and really thinking about the emotional life as the core to everything. So you may have, for example, visions of success, you may have plans, you may have goals that you want to get to, and they might be fantastic goals in and of themselves, but one of the things that you're needing to think about and add is like, what is the emotional experience? Now there's two components to this. So one of this is like, what does it feel like to be successful or to win or to do well at this thing that I'm trying to do, okay? Whether that's in terms of family life, whether it's about a career, creative, professional goal, whether it's about sexual, intimate relationships. One of the questions you need to ask yourself is, what does that feel like for me? So interestingly, I actually did this exercise for myself this morning when I was asking myself, what does a partnership that is really Knight of Pentacles energy, what does a healthy partnership where there is good exchange of resources and a financially healthy two financially individuals who come together, what does that really look like for me? And so not just like what does it look like in terms of, well, we put our money here and we do this and we, you know, do this kind of work. What does that feel like for me? What emotional skills and qualities do I need to be able to open up to that? What do I need to be able to cultivate? How do I feel when I'm working with a partner in that kind of way? So that's one of the things that you need. But it's also about understanding the need for emotional well-being to be the outcome as well. So I've been talking to a couple of friends about this recently because, you know, I do feel quite blessed. So I have Jupiter in my career house, so I do get a lot of opportunities, a lot of blessings coming to me. But what can happen is that you can do really well or be quote unquote successful and find that you don't feel fulfilled or satisfied internally, right? And it's about thinking about what are the internal conditions needed, not just the wins and the achievements, okay? Not just the next job, the next home, the next partner, but what do I need to work on or put in place in order to have a more emotionally expansive and fulfilling life? Because those things in and of themselves won't do it. And in the same way, most of us know you might be seeking partnership or getting married or, you know, maybe already in a quite a healthy partnership and realizing that actually that doesn't fix everything. It doesn't make you infinitely happy. That is not the thing, you know. So it's about understanding what conditions in all these different areas of my life lead to a better emotional foundation. So that's really the basis of this reading. You have the Justice card here in reverse cap. So the energy and the message that I'm feeling is that there hasn't been a loss. Some of you, this is literal legal battles. This may be divorce, separation, arbitration, mediation, dealing with custody battles, okay? This energy is often having to fight in terms of a legal system, but it feels like, so this is for some of you, don't tune out if you know that this you're not, you know, in a legal situation. I'll expand the message in a second. But even if you feel like I thought for most of you who've been in this applies to you, you didn't win, and it's not, you may have had to take an L, and by that I mean you may have had to concede to another party when you didn't want to. You may have had to lose some kind of resource, settle in some kind of way. This can also, I'm feeling like, be losing a job. Okay, you might have taken your employers to court and not necessarily got the outcome you were looking for. There's a lot of energy around a strategic loss is what I feel here. And it is actually expanded with this Six of Swords in reverse. Now, Six of Swords upright would be successfully moving forward from a space of hardship onto something else, something better, a better condition for you, where it's in the reverse. Now, I feel like it's in the reverse because it's how you feel about the situation. You don't feel triumphant. You don't feel like you won in the ways that you would want to. Now, for those of you for whom this is not about a legal situation, this can also just be around values, okay? So this can be like I said, maybe a loss of income. You might have even chosen to release that form of income, but it doesn't feel triumphant and jubilant. So here's an example. Most of you know that I've stopped doing private one-to-one readings with people, and I don't feel like it was a failure or a loss, but I had to do it for my health. I had to do it because I was expending too much energy. It was no longer fruitful and healthy for me to work in the ways that I was working, and so I had to relinquish both that kind of form of purposeful work and the income that comes from that. Now, that's a loss regardless, you know, even though it's for my ultimate betterment. It didn't feel like a celebratory thing. It was a necessary adjustment. And that's what I'm saying, that there has been some kind of stripping, Capricorn. Now, with the Justice card, it's about bringing balance or bringing things into a state of fairness, but you may feel like the scales were weighed unfairly for you. So there's a loss, there's a stripping away. This can be also the ending of a relationship, the ending of a partnership here. This can also be truth revealed and you deciding to change course because of what you found out. So this can be a little bit of pain here. But it is a setup for something better. You know, it's easy to say, but it is true. Ace of Swords here. There are some new perspectives. There's a broader perspective I can see really down here, particularly at the bottom of this card, in terms of the mountains and the hills and the sea here. There is a bigger picture that you might not be able to see from where you're currently standing. Definitely couldn't see it in this situation.